Hello, friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. All right, it's kind of a stormy and rainy day out today, so I'm not going to really go out and do anything. I think I'm going to spend a little bit more time just filling out applications and looking for other possible opportunities for a job. I did want to talk about a couple of things here. First off, I appreciate all the comments you guys have given regarding those weird dreams that I was having. It's been 4 days now, and I have not had another one since. So that's a good thing. I'm not really ready to declare victory on that by any stretch of the imagination, because the truth is the four dreams I had happened over about a 2 week period. And so that's averaging, 3.5 days per dream. So the fact that I've gone 4 days without one is by no means a victory. But you know what? We're at least moving in the right direction. A lot of you commented that maybe it'll help just me talking about it, and so that's a good thing. And like I said, I haven't had anything since, so that's a good thing. Now, a lot of you also commented that there's maybe some connection between it and me working that haunted house Silo of Screams, and that maybe there was some negative energy. I don't know. I tend to discount that just because, you know what, I've been in real haunted houses before and never really had a problem with that. I just think it was my subconscious playing tricks on me. Additionally, if it was negative energy from, a negative thing I did, working in that haunted house, you would definitely think that the video yesterday, which was probably the most negative environment I've ever put myself into, would have triggered something. And actually, I slept really well last night. So, you know what? I don't know. We're just going to play it day by day and see what happens. Hopefully, it's on the end and it won't happen anymore. But like I said, it's just wait and see. I'll let you know if something else goes on. Additionally, my dad ended up in the hospital again a couple of days ago. It actually happened yesterday morning that I found out about it, but I didn't want to mix that in with yesterday's video. So I'm going to talk about it here. Basically, it wasn't really anything that serious. He'd felt a little weak that day, and basically what happened is, he was out. He has a lazy boy chair, kind of like similar to this one, and he was out watching TV. And my mom had gone to bed, and she suddenly woke up about 11:30, and he wasn't in bed. And so she got a little concerned. She went out, and basically he'd just fallen asleep in the lazy boy chair. So she kind of invited him to get up and come back to bed. And a few minutes later, apparently he tried to get out of the chair and was weak in the legs and ended up sitting on the ground and couldn't get up. So he ended up calling for help from my mom. They called 911. And the paramedics kind of came to try and get him up on his feet. And I guess at that point they elected to bring him into the hospital and just check him out, make sure everything was okay. I just got off the phone with him a few minutes ago. He's still in the hospital. One of the first things they did when they got him there was check his ammonia levels, because he's had a problem with that in the past, as you recall. And ammonia was a little bit high. So they're kind of dealing with that a little bit. But the main issue is he just doesn't want to be discharged until he's confident that he can walk again. And right now, that's kind of an iffy question. So supposedly today he has a schedule to have a physical therapist come in. And hopefully they're going to get him on his feet and walk him around a little bit, because he really loves to do that when he can. And if he can get on his feet again, then hopefully he'll be able to go home maybe as early as today. Hopefully, either that or hopefully tomorrow at least. So we'll see what goes on with that. Like I said, he's in good spirits. He's, doesn't like being in the hospital, but doesn't want to go home either until he's ready and sure that he can be home, because if he has another issue with it like that, my mom, being in a wheelchair and kind of limited mobility herself, she can't do anything except call 911, and that's not a good thing if they can avoid that. A lot of the neighbors are really helping, but they don't want to take too much advantage of them either. So, we're just kind of playing it by ear, day by day, and going from there. So, all right, there was one other thing I wanted to talk to you about, and I got about 30 seconds from the end of that last clip, and I started feeling a sneeze coming, so I figured I better cut that out. So, anyway, it is Thursday right now when I'm shooting this, and about a week ago, an interesting story crossed my timeline on Facebook from one of my astronomy websites that I follow. Apparently, there is going to be a case where the planet Mercury passes between the Earth and the Sun starting on Monday. And well, it's going to happen Monday morning until about noon. And supposedly it was supposed to be visible from just about all of North America. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do anything about that. I was really looking forward to it. This would be a great opportunity to pull out that solar telescope that I bought a couple months ago, because I should be able to observe Mercury pass in front of the sun. And that would have been really interesting. Unfortunately, right now, the forecast is that it is going to be raining on Monday, so unfortunately, we're not going to get to look at that. That would have been a fun vlog, but you know what? That's where we are. Sometimes that kind of stuff happens. You got to deal with the fact that the weather kind of is in control of things, and if it's raining, it's probably not going to be a good chance to see the sun. If it does, if it does turn out that it's clear, and that will do something with it, but at this point, I don't expect that that's going to happen. But I did see that there's something else happening on Monday, and rain or shine, I may participate in that. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.